This is TWiT. You saw the AMP story. They quoted Richard Gingras. They said,
and me too.
And you, how did Google tried to fix the web by taking it over? The story titled Speed Trap appeared in The Verge. Google promised to create a better, faster web for media companies with a new standard called AMP. In the end, it ruined the trust publishers had in the internet giant. I'm sure you disagree with that premise.
Well, I have a thread on Line 69 about this, and the publishers could be jerks too. But I think Google made some fundamental mistakes when this came up in Finland. The quotes being Finland raising this and the need for what was a portable newspaper where newspaper content could travel with this business model attached, which is the original idea I had. The one Google executive who was at the Newsgeist in Finland said, nobody's going to trust Google to do this. And that's pretty much what came out. And Google, I think, messed up in three critical, quick ways. One, they cached it themselves. So everybody thought they were building a walled garden, and they did the cache for speed, and they shouldn't have done it themselves. Two, they didn't pass it off to be truly open source with open source governance soon enough. And I forget what the third one was. But they just made some fundamental mistakes, I think. I know. And that they said, if your page is as fast as AMP, not necessarily AMP, but fast as AMP, then you'll get into the news carousel. But everybody saw that as bribery to use AMP. So it pissed off publishers who were an easy lot to piss off anyway. And it kind of ruined it. The truth remains, the reason this came up, the reason that Google did it, the reason that Dave Besbris built it, is because publishers have screwed up the web. We've made it slow and ugly and filled with promotions and filled with crap. And that's still the case, which is too bad.
It's funny because they blame you. The Verge says in May 2015 at the first Newsgeist Europe, Jarvis spent time at the conference arguing for someone, presumably Google, to build a better alternative to instant articles, which you said
Facebook's thing.
Yeah, was a useful technical prototype with all the wrong attributes. An open version, essentially, of instant articles. So
David Pierce got the story right. He got the sequence very right here.
Yeah, Besbris said, "Okay, let's work on that." I did not know when I argued with you about AMP and what a bad idea it was that you had kind of. We had Gingras on though, Dave.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we did at the time
to defend it.
Yeah,
I had the same, I think, qualms that the publishers ended up having, that it really wasn't really open, that it was really Google.
I mean, it is now. And there's a guy named Dave Garian who I like quite a bit, and I had him respond to me in the thread, and he says it's still around and it's still being used, and publishers are still using it to get extra money, and he's got a company that does that, and it's not dead. It's just Google's not pushing it as much as they were.
Yeah.
If you love all things Android, well, I've got a show for you to check out. It's called All About Android, and I'll give you 3 guesses what we talk about. We talk about Android, the latest news, hardware, apps. We answer feedback. It's me, Jason Howell, Ron Richards, WinTwit Dow, and a whole cast of awesome characters talking about the operating system that we love. You can find All About Android at twit.tv/AAA.